Welcome back to the news at 10. The Nigeria Police Force has a new public relations officer. He's Deputy Commissioner of Police Emmanuel Ojukwu, who replaces the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Frank Mba, who has been redeployed to the Lagos State Command. Prior to this new appointment, DCP Emmanuel Ojukwu was the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Criminal Investigations Department at Zone 7 Headquarters, Abuja. Well, the Minister of Labour and Productivity has said that Nigeria's vision of becoming one of the world's top 20 economies by the year 2020 is on course. Mr. Emeka Wogu gave the assurance during this year's National Productivity Order of Merit Award in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. He, however, points out that improved productivity at all levels of the economy is key to the attainment of the vision.
One after the other, 16 recipients of this year's National Productivity Order of Merit Award file out to receive their awards. It is the 14th edition since the year 2000 when the National Productivity Center was established to honor Nigerians who have made their marks in both public and private sector of the economy. Vice President Namadi Sambo, who represented President Goodluck Jonathan at the event, charged award recipients to continue in their services to move the nation forward.
I congratulate all the awardees for their inspirational work and commitment to excellence in productive ventures. This award makes it greater obligation for you to give your best to your country. This administration needs men and women like you to help build a vibrant and economically developed nation.
The Minister of Labour and Productivity, Mr. Emeka Wogu, urged recipients to remain productive as that is key to achieving the nation's Vision 2020.
We must all strive to ensure that this nation achieves its vision of being one of the 20 largest economies in the world in the year 2020. Improved productivity at all levels remains the key towards the attainment of this goal.
It's indeed a recognition of the humble contribution that the National Emergency Management Agency has been giving to the overall national development of our country. It is therefore a call for greater dedication, greater performance, and greater commitment to ensure that we also continue to contribute our quota to the overall national development.
While expressing confidence in the awardees' ability to Mr. President's Vision 2020, the minister enjoined them not to relent in their good work to the nation.
Now, statistics show that over 21 billion naira is spent yearly by Nigerians who travel abroad for medical purposes, and this is largely due to inadequate medical services here in the country. To boost confidence in the sector, Diamond Bank is partnering Self-Care to introduce Medi-Loan Quality Care, a financial service that enables healthcare organizations to access credit facilities for healthcare enterprises.
The challenge of medical tourism means there's need for local players to step up efforts by investing more in the healthcare sector to be able to compete globally. With Medi-Loan Quality Care, Diamond Bank is leveraging on Self-Care technical support to offer discounted advisory and financial services to healthcare organizations in the primary and secondary care levels, as well as pharmacies and medical laboratories.
We've teamed up with Farm Access and Self-Care to provide not just lending, but also a means for them to improve the quality of their service. Then it will reduce that medical tourism and reduce the burden on them financially.
Besides the loan, the partnership is expected to create some impact in the healthcare sector, including enhancing quality service, increasing trust, enabling unlimited access to healthcare services, as well as promoting enterprise governance.
We're going to help you out to assess the loan. So we'll help you develop like a business plan. We'll help you develop your expert opinions, and we help you understand put your practice into shape. That's where quality comes in. After you get that loan, we also grant you business training, quality training. So that means even your facilities and your staff will also benefit from such training.
In driving the MSMEDF, that's the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Fund initiative of the Central Bank, we're going to try to pull most of the people in this sector, that's the health sector, into that fund so that they can access lending at rates of 9% per annum, all in, so no other fees.
If we have enough funds to help establish and get these places work like the way other places work, I'm telling you, the sky will be our limit when it comes to Medicare, and we won't need to be flying about and looking for what's not all over the country.
For the sake of logistics and capacity, the service will be deployed in Lagos, Ibadan, Enugu, Awka, Owerri, and Umuahia for now. But on the whole, it is believed that the offering will improve operating standards of healthcare services in Nigeria and contribute to the growth of the economy. Kelvin Obetin, Channels Television News.
Well, W.H.O Josh joins us shortly for the rest of the business news.
First Bank.
Hello and welcome to Business News. I am W.H.O Josh. Some Nigerian and South African businessmen have opened talks on how to address the bottlenecks in the trade relations between their countries. Diplomats from both nations also attended the monthly breakfast meeting of the Nigeria-South Africa Chamber of Commerce in Lagos. Our correspondent Temple Ashaju reports.
This is one of the monthly breakfast meetings of the Nigeria-South Africa Chamber of Commerce. The session this time is fairly different as the chamber hosts a minister from South Africa and two key diplomats. Their objective is to identify some of the barriers preventing the cooperation between Nigeria and South Africa.
To address the trade imbalance between the two countries, we need to work much more closer together.
The next step that we need to take is to see to it that a beneficiation process takes place here.
We all have areas of comparative advantage, and that the need for the two countries, being the pivot for development of this continent, is to complement each other.
For those of us here, in Nigeria, believe that we played a really strong role in getting South Africa to where South Africa is today. And I'm not sure that same sentiment is given the same amount of relevance in South Africa. For a lot of people in Nigeria, that is very difficult to accept.
With business between Nigeria and South Africa currently standing above 317 billion naira, some invisible barriers still exist, and one of such is the perception issues.
There is a perception that is not very flattering of Nigerian businesses or anything Nigerian that needs to be overcome, because these perceptions are not reality. The reality is much better.
But we know, as a matter of fact, that Nigerian companies are also doing relatively very well in South Africa. However, we must constantly be dealing with issues of perception so that we can be able to focus on key issues of trade and investment between the two countries.
We need to be looking at some cultural aspect, almost like deal with some soft issues that we have to start paying attention to. And I think culture is a very good way to do it.
Much has been said at this forum, and while government officials have agreed to collaborate to work things out, businessmen and citizens alike may also have to go back and do their homework to perfect their relationship between both nations. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Guarantee Trust Bank has declared an interim dividend of 25 kobo. Well, that's 25 kobo. And this was contained in the group's second quarter results sent to the Nigerian Stock Exchange today. The group posted a 7% drop in pre-tax profit to 53.39 billion naira from 57.36 billion naira. Its profit after tax came in lower by 10%, slipping from 49.01 billion naira to 44 billion naira for the period under review. Gross earnings rose 7.1% to 132.98 billion naira, in the 6 months to June the 30th from 124.2 billion a year earlier. And trading activities ended in the red at the Nigerian stock market. Investors had a field day taking profit off stocks as the key indicators slipped by 0.05%. Bolaji Akinwale tells us more.
Hello and welcome to the stock market report. Trading activities continued lopsided at the Nigerian equities markets as the key indicator slipped by 0.05%. The all-share index finished at 41,767.33 with a market capitalization of 13.79 trillion naira. 7up led on the advances list with prices. On the flip side, Nestle lost 15 naira 1 kobo ahead of Guinness and Total with 1 naira each. Meanwhile, banking stocks topped the volume chart. Access Bank, Fidelity Bank and FCMB were the toast of investors. The total volume of shares recorded stood at 182.2 million units, valued at 3.262 billion naira. And that's it on the stock market reports. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
Well, thank you, Bolaji. Nigeria will ship 368,000 barrels per day core oil in October, 12,000 barrels per day lower than what was scheduled for an export in September. Planned loading rate for September is put at 380,000 barrels per day. Trade sources say there are 12 cargoes in October's program, same as for September. Meanwhile, oil prices dropped below $102 a barrel today as concerns over excess oil supply and slowing demand affected prices. Brent crude slipped 34 cents to $101.94 a barrel, while U.S. crude slipped to $93.13 a barrel, its lowest level since January. Brent has fallen more than $10 a barrel since mid-June as investors have become less concerned about supply risk related to Iraq and Libya, fueling speculations that OPEC could consider cutting output to tighten supply. And that's business news tonight. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's under-20 women's team coach Peter Dedeba believes the Falconets will keep improving. That's on sports. Do join us again.